Hey guys, I just wanted to go over analyzing a battle report real quick. And sometimes it's confusing why you lost or why you won based on heroes and skills and stuff like that. So let's take a look at some of these reports and see what we can learn from them. Let's look at one where we lost. So, to view the report, you swipe right, and it'll show you both turns of the battle. So, right off the bat, armor. Athena doesn't have any armor, and Tyler has 5 gold and 1 orange, which is pretty good. Very good. And we can tell right away he has archers. We don't know what Athena has. So we scroll down and we see that Athena's got T7 cavalry and Tyler's tier 8 archers. So archers have the advantage over cavalry. So it's expected that it's not going to go well for Athena. And it didn't. Let's look at his heroes. Orochi, an attacking front range hero. Hurricane, an attacking hero in the middle. And then Zoro, the best non-seasonal archer hero there is. So he's got a very good legion. We can also look at the stats by clicking unit attributes right here. And we'll see that his might, resistance, tactical resistance, health, and combat speed is way overpowering. So even if these were tier 8 cavalry, to be honest, even tier 9, they would not do well against his setup. And these numbers, you just tap on them and it shows you. From Alliance Technology, Building, Equipment, Hero, Items, Reign of Chaos, Technology, and VIP, all of those put together gets you this 378.5% might. Now let's go take a look at the next turn versus me. So, I have my full gold set, and he has his gold set -1. But because they're archers, I know already that it's not going to go well, because archers always destroy cavalry, at least until we get some better seasonal heroes. I have 2 attacking heroes, and we both have the same affront hero, but Zoro is a much better. He's only his skills only work with archers, and because of that, when using archers, he's extra strong. And we can also look at the skills used and see who had better luck. So I had terrible luck. My hero only cast 1 skill that killed 3,000 troops. His hero did 13, which means this is not how it's always gonna go. This should be a lot closer of a fight. But you can see he took less than half the amount of damage I did, but his heroes were having much more luck casting skills. Same with my Heavens, Justice, only used 2 skills versus 12 for his Hurricane. My Hurricane did the best out of my heroes and did 10 for 63,000 kills. But his Zoro had 9 skills and almost 60,000 kills as well. So when I look at a battle report and I see just this top part where I lost 1.7 million and he lost 800,000, I'm like, wow, he's crazy strong. Like, how did that happen? But then first I look at the skills and I see that I had terrible skill activation and he had above average for all 3 heroes, and that makes me feel better. Now let's look at the unit attributes. So it appears that except for tactical might, I am in front of him. He has 60% from his equipment. I have 50%. And that just has to do with the fact that I have cavalry gear and he has archer gear. Nothing I can do to improve that. Might. This is why the skills the skill activation is important, because if I just looked at the statistics, I would be even more surprised, because I have 467% might and he has 378. And if we look at his, at the Reign of Chaos, he has 32%. But because I have extra frontline, not frontline, because I have extra Assault Fortress and Guardian Fortress, if you click on mine, my Reign of Chaos is 111%. I do have some other areas that are improved on him as well, and I have the Emperor buff from the official position. But in a situation where we had similar skill activation, I would expect to possibly win this fight, even though I have cavalry and he has archers, because my might and resistance is so much more than him. As well as combat speed. Combat speed is the bottom. I have 120, he has 90. That means my troops always attack first. And that's purely from equipment. Once he gets a full set of equipment, we will both have 120% combat speed. Let's look at another one. Let's look at this one. So here's Tyler again. And I have the same legion, but this time he didn't do well. Looking right off the bat, he's got purple armor. And then heroes, we see that Mulan only has 6 skills. No 8th attack skill. And then Yama is looking good. And then his Hurricane only has 6 skills as well. That's all I need to see to know that I will always do well against this particular group of heroes in Legion. Missing the 8th attack skill on Mulan and Heavens makes it impossible for him to win. Even though he has archers and I have cavalry, it doesn't matter. And again, if we look at the unit attributes, now I have about 200% more than him. And when you're missing those attack skills and you don't have quite as much luck on skill activation, then this is what happens. Remember, in that previous report, my Heaven's Justice only had 2 skills used. This time he had 9, so he killed 80,000 troops. His only had 4. But again, he only has 2 attack skills unlocked. He doesn't have the 8th skill open. Let's look at a few more. Why not? Let's look at another one where I lost and see what happened. So, Maniac Fire. So, right away, if we look at his units defeated, it's 148,000. That means that my army had already been attacked multiple times, because if it was fresh, it would be 320,000 troops, and I would not expect to lose to this player. But because it was already a damaged legion, he was able to overcome. So, full gold versus full orange, archers versus cavalry. He has all the skills on Hurricane, all the skills on Yama, and all the skills on Zoro. Tier 8 cavalry for me, tier 8 archers for this young gentleman. And again, similar to the first report where I lost, I don't have many skills being activated. Orochi, only 2. Heavens, only 3. Hurricane did okay with 10. But one thing I'm going to point out is Zoro has a skill that suppresses the enemy heroes. So if he activated that skill, it makes sense why Orochi and Heaven had especially low numbers of skill used. Because for some turns it was impossible for them to cast a skill because they were suppressed by Zoro. Now let's take a look at Kiku. Kiku is 5 purple and 1 orange. He has tier 8 cavalry, and when you have tier 8 cavalry versus tier 8 archers, especially if they have better armor than you, it is over. R.I.P. Kiku. He's also missing a few skills in some of his heroes, so unfortunately that's going to be an L. So, good for Maniac Fire. You gotta win him. One more time. Let's look at one more. Let's look at a successful defense. So, barely any damage taken, but he had 276,000 units defeated. So, he has scavenger gear armor, so basically nothing. Missing the 8th attack skill on North. Missing important skills on Zoro. And missing the 8th attack skill on Hurricane. And if you look at Zoro, the 2nd and 5th skill are not lit up. That's because Zoro is an archer hero and he has cavalry. That means Zoro did absolutely nothing. His skills do not work unless he has archers. 0 skills used, 0 skill used. This was all of the troops in this legion died and did nothing. North, for him, did a little bit, not much. It's hard when you're missing that 8th skill. Same for Hurricane. If we look at unit attributes, he has 211% might, which is not terrible. It's actually pretty good for, most players at this stage in the game. And 170% resistance, not bad, but no... It won't even let me click on it. No tactical might, no tactical resistance because he has no armor. No cavalry armor. Same with the health of his troops. Without the equipment, he's missing that 20%. It appears that he has some technology and some hero, but not enough, unfortunately, for this round. Alright guys, I hope that makes more sense now. So sometimes when you look at reports that are confusing, you can understand what's going on. One more, why not? One more, just blow through it as fast as we can. Okay, Tyler again. So this is one of his not so good legions. He's got purple armor, I got gold armor. Right away it makes sense why he got crushed. Missing skills, not even an attack hero. This is just a green hero. And he had footmen. So in this attack, he was hoping that there wouldn't be any defenders and the footmen would be able to do some damage to this building. But because I was there, he just got absolutely crushed. So he took a risk and it didn't pay off. Alright guys, I'm going to stop the video now. Hopefully this makes sense. And good luck.